All right, shalom. This is another article. Um, the basic topic of this article is the Ebola situation, but it's basically a spin. Well, not a spin, but the reason why Liberia is getting hit, the reason why Sierra Leone is getting hit, and all those coasts over there in Africa, on the west coast of Africa, is getting hit because those are jakes over there. Okay, and according to the scriptures, which is First Peter, read that First Peter.
This is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17. It says, "For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High."
Right, it says judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. So the Ebola was a big scare, or it's still a big scare to people right now today, and it's still killing masses of people. But even though we know it was created by Esau, but that's still Israel, and the Lord is doing that because of Israel going off. Go ahead.
It says, "And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High?"
Right, because they ain't obeying the gospel of the Most High. That's why Ebola is rampant over there up in Liberia, okay? Well, I'm just going to read this article, and then we're going to go into a little more basically history on proving that that's Jake in that land. This is, RT News. Entire villages disappeared. Ebola deaths in Sierra Leone underreported. Basically, because this is the judgment of the Most High. Okay, it says Ebola's toll on Sierra Leone is much greater than previous thought. With entire villages killed off by the virus, this means up to 20,000 people could have succumbed to the disease by now. A senior coordinator for Doctors Without Border. It says, according to Ronnie Zachariah, coordinator of operational research, the Ebola impact on Sierra Leone is in fact underreported. The situation is catastrophic. There are several villages and communities that have been basically wiped out. In one of the villages I went to, there were 40 inhabitants and 39 died, Zachariah told the agency. Whole communities have disappeared, but many of them are not in the statistics. The situation on the ground is actually much worse. The latest figures from the World Health Organization put the total number of dead at 4,951 out of 13,567 recorded cases. But the real total could be up to 20,000 people dead. Zachariah argues the WHO, World Health Organization, says there is a correction factor of 2.5, so maybe it is 2.5 times higher, and maybe that it is not from the truth. It could be 10,000, 15,000, or 20,000. Okay, so basically it's just showing you and telling you that how basically rampant the death is over there in Sierra Leone, or which is Liberia, which is over there in Liberia's case. Okay. Now you can read that Deuteronomy.
All right, this is Deuteronomy 28 and 58.
Well, you know what? Before you read that, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go here first. This is to go into the article on. Yeah. Okay. This is on howstuffworks.com. Okay, the history of Liberia. You're just gonna go into the history of Liberia, proving that that's Jake over there in that land. It says Liberia. It says Liberia was founded as a home for freed slaves in 1822 by the American Colonization Society. After several early attempts met with failure, the first settlement was established near the present site of Monrovia. In 1847, the Republic of Liberia was created under a constitution similar to the United States. So basically, Jake made an agreement with Esau to basically get them in that land, to start to colonize that land, to be the first person to get that over there land colonized. Okay, under authority of America. Despite Liberia's early ties with the United States, by the 1870s, most of the country's trade was with European countries, mainly Great Britain, Germany, and the Netherlands. During the time part of the 19th century, adjacent French and British colonies seized large areas of Liberian territory. European influence waned after 1926 was Firestone, a United States rubber company, began to establish huge rubber plantations in the country. Firestone became Liberia's principal employer and made rubber the leading export for several decades.
Yeah, that's how they make car tires and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah, and what's the symbol of Firestar?
It's like a
The shoe with the wings. But what actually is that?
That's the foot of Hermes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's the foot of Hermes. In the Greek mythology, Hermes is supposed to be the messenger god.
They set everything up like that.
I really thought it was
Oh, the imagery.
a light bearer or something like that. If I ain't look close. I
Yeah,
know
also,
it
yeah,
was.
and that's true. Also, Hermes in the folklore, Hermes carries the torch from Mount Olympus. Whenever they had their Olympic Games or whatever, he's the one that flies the torch in.
Yeah, okay.
That's where they get the Olympics. That's where they get
No,
the
okay.
torch bearer. From.
No, is that Goodyear? With the man with the shoe with the wings?
I think that thing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
that's
Yeah,
Goodyear.
yeah. Firestone is goddamn devil. Firestone.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, now I read basically how this is a deal with the devil. Okay, so Isaiah 28. That's the whole purpose of them being brought over to that land. Isaiah.
Isaiah 28:15 says, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us.
Right, because Liberia is one of the top nations over there in Africa right now today.
Yeah, I
Because
believe in the economics.
they economic is flourishing out there.
Because they got a lot of mineral resources coming out of that land. They got a lot of rich oil coming
Yep.
out of there.
That's why Esau put them back in that land so they can get in that land. That's their first trade-off to get in that land under AFCON. Go ahead.
That was a good one right there.
It says, it shall not come unto us, for we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves.
Right, the lies and the falsehood is y'all going under, what they go under when they went there? Whatever they named themselves when they got to Africa.
they called them Liberians, but they call them Americo-Liberians. So they basically call themselves American Liberians.
See that?
Same thing as African American now.
Same thing.
American Liberian.
That's why I understand that. They made a covenant with death and said they'll make this their refuge.
Yeah.
They have.
Oh, here we go, American Liberians. Here we go. Okay.
What we have?
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah, it's right there. I want him to keep going.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
It says, therefore, thus said the Lord
You're going
God,
to 18.
behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste. Judgment, right, shall not make haste. They made haste. Well, they didn't know the truth in the first place. But it says, judgment also will I lay to the line, and righteousness to the plummet. And the hell shall sweep away the refuge of lies.
Right.
Ooh.
And under, basically, they, just as well as the Constitution, it says the similarity of America, the American Colonization Society starting up, Liberia is the same way as they made their Constitution. Okay, meaning they had to have a lot of ties, wicked ties, because you see who involved in it. British, the same people who was involved of getting us from the west coast of Africa from the beginning and bringing us to America. The British and Germany, Great Britain and Germany.
Which is the new Rome, because they made up the new the free market system out of Britain.
I'm telling coming markets.
It says, he that believeth shall not make haste. Judgment also will I lay to the line, and the righteousness to the plummet, and the hail shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and the waters shall overflow the hiding place. Yeah.
That's all this truth. Because we like they flooded us with them lies, like the serpent did. That's what Elder Torah said, flood the internet with the truth.
Yep.
And that's what's actually happening. Because when people watch this lesson right here, they're going to say, oh, that's how, because we don't go in detail with the history. We don't just say people belong to us because, oh, look, them people over there getting killed off. Oh, they got to be Israelites.
And you know that's because those are the first people to get put back into that land. So it was people going back. So, but it was only get back for one reason, and it's this: to make this covenant with the devil. Okay, is that it on the scripture?
Just a little bit more. It says, and your covenant with death shall be disannulled.
Yep, it's gonna be taken out, and part of that is through this Ebola. And then overall, when the Lord is judging them over there, so we don't feel sorry for them for the Liberians over there,
Yeah.
even though they Jake.
Yeah, just like we ain't feel bad for you motherfuckers. And shit, come on, John, you hear it. In Haiti,
Yep.
we ain't feel bad for our little brother. Shit, I'm sorry, the Levites.
Yep.
Well, you fucking Dominicans too, who got that Carla in your ward and they crossed over from the Levites to y'all.
Yep. So that's what they get because they made this deal with the devil. Okay, and it's more things. It's more to what they did. Okay, it says in 1944, William V.S. Tubman became president. Tubman, like his predecessor in office, was a member of the dominant Amerigo-Liberian elite. That's the name of Amerigo-Liberian elite. He increased foreign investment in Liberia and worked to end discrimination against the indigenous peoples and to bring them into the mainstream of Liberian life. So it was a trade-off.
Turns people over.
Yep.
Yep. Tubman was a popular but an authoritarian ruler who used his office to enrich himself and other Amerigo-Liberians. Okay, that's it on that.
So if you didn't get down, he'd make you lay down.
I still got a little bit more in
It's
that
still a little bit more?
scripture. Yeah.
Okay, and then read the Deuteronomy.
It says, and your agreement with hell shall not stand.
See?
When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then ye shall be trodden down by foot.
Yeah, that Ebola is walking through y'all ass.
Yep.
That's why you got 40 people in the village, 39 die.
Right.
That's walking over you. Whole village is disappearing.
Yep. That's judgment.
Listen,
Just because it ain't happening in America, you gotta remember, it's Jake all over the world. Just because we ain't hearing about it in sin, you better know that it's still judgment going on.
Oh, shit. You Jakes. Oh, shit.
Y'all
He's saving the
trouble.
best for last, baby.
Yep.
yeah.
This is the whore of all whores. He's saving this for last.
So, it went from there, and now it was in Britain,
Yep.
and it's here in America.
Yep.
You know, to make a point, everybody making fun of it. It's a big ass joke.
All the Jakes over here think it's a joke.
They think it's a big ass joke until that joke becomes something serious.
Whenever you cough, oh, he got Ebola.
Yep, laughing. I'm just playing.
It's Deuteronomy. See, this scripture is gonna show you niggas that the Lord ain't playing. Deuteronomy 28 and 58. He say, if thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are not written in this book, that thou mayest fear the glorious and fearful name.
The law is part of the prophecy too. So if you're not fulfilling this prophecy, being a priest to the Most High,
Right.
and bringing, knowing the name and bringing the elect back to the fold, this is for you.
Right, just like y'all bring all our people to all these other nations.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shem Shai. Then the Lord will make thy plagues wonderful.
Which the word wonderful means great.
And the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues.
Because Ebola don't have no discrimination on age bracket or gender.
Or expiration date.
It's gonna be worse than. Hopefully, it's gonna be worse than the Spanish flu. What's that?
Yeah,
The Black Plague.
Yeah.
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 Even even great plagues, and of long continuance, continuance, Slovakia,
I said no expiration date.
and sore sickness,
Yeah.
and of long continuance.
Once again, he said it twice. Go ahead.
Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt,
Yeah.
which thou wast afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee.
Yeah.
Also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed.
Go ahead.
And ye shall be left few in number,
Yep, 40 people, one left.
whereas ye were as the stars of heaven for multitude. Because thou wouldest not obey the voice of thy Lord power. And it shall come to pass that the Lord rejoiced over you to do you good and to multiply you.
Go ahead.
So the Most High will rejoice over you to destroy you.
That's what he doing.
And that's why his
That's
servants are laughing.
Exactly. I was about to say that. That's why we laughing, because how much the Lord put his effort into making you his special people. Just as y'all basically like your mama or your father say,
Just make
I
it
brought
cut
you
to
in
the
this
point.
world, I'll take your ass out this world.
The
And that's what the
Proverbs
Lord is doing.
1:25 shall laugh at
Go
your
ahead.
calamity when
Oh,
it
yeah,
comes.
that's right.
Yeah, proper.
And to bring you to naught.
Yeah.
And ye shall be plucked from off the land wherever thou goest to possess it.
Yeah, and they getting their ass plucked off the land of Liberia, Sierra Leone. You got something else?
I'll
Yeah,
add
sure.
a quick one, yeah.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 5, verse 18. It says, "Woe unto them that draw iniquity with cords of vanity, and sin as
Them
it were with
agreements.
the cartwheel."
They're making the motherfucking agreements, tying y'all self together with these crackers.
Yeah.
Talking about we, what, like American Liberian?
American Liberian.
And sin as it were with the cartwheel, that say, "Let him make speed and hasten his work."
Right, and they did that. They put that shit together fast, quick. Look, they put that shit together so fast. Why they never even taught us that in school?
Nope.
We never learned that in school.
Never.
That's why I'm shocked. I it had to take me to get 32 years old for Ebola to break out, for me to learn that, oh yeah, you motherfuckers who left west coast of Africa, what they call us, diaspora or whatever.
Yeah,
That, right, that y'all went back and colonized shit. Well, what the fuck?
They ain't even say shit about it. Yep, because that was
Fuck
an underhand deal.
Right.
That was an underhand deal with the devil. That's why now today we learn about it because you're on the truth. But Jay don't know that we actually went back.
But then gonna teach me that bullshit ass Kwanzaa in fucking 80, 88, 89.
Yeah.
That's why now I see why y'all taught me Kwanzaa. And now I see why the teacher,
And-
when she was teaching me Kwanzaa, she actually kept looking at me, Nene, Dre, and all of us, and was basically like, yeah, this is y'all holiday.
But where did the Kwanzaa start? It started over there in Liberia because the Pan-African dude who started Kwanzaa, he started the whole Pan-Africanism, and he started it from over there. So they knew that's how you know that nigga knew who we was. But furthermore, they already knew who we was when they took our ass back over there.
Kwanzaa's based off Hanukkah, isn't it? Kwanzaa's based off Hanukkah.
Yeah, they same thing.
Yeah, and they knew our spirit gravitate because of Hanukkah. So they knew that, okay, we'll supplement Hanukkah and make something remotely close to it because they spirit gonna gravitate. And I know they was kind of shocked that our spirit actually didn't gravitate to it. And I'm gonna show you how slick these crackers is. I can remember bluntly, every other year they was bringing it to us. It was like they test ran it on us. Now I think about it, it was being test ran. And how I know that? Because every year they did not bring Kwanzaa to us. They only brung it every once in a while. Third grade, sixth grade, seventh grade, and then it stopped. I remember her sitting the back fucking desks up and saying, we have what they say, a project. No. The lady bluntly like, yeah, we have a project in the back. And I remember there's 4 tables sitting in the back all lined up. And I'll never forget this. She had all kinds of books opened up. And she lined all the black kids up. And she said, yeah, I want to show y'all heritage. And it was Africans with them plates in their mouth, in their ears, in their necks. And I don't know, maybe this bitch was age provocatorian,
She had to be.
seeing how we was gonna respond. She was the nicest teachers ever. All of us loved her. If I asked, matter of fact, why she correspond with Nene right now today?
Still.
Right now today, Nene was just talking to the lady, and the lady got our pictures. She put all our pictures up on Facebook just now, and that's the spirit got me talking about this bit. But anyway, make a long story short, because brother, get back in his lesson. The lady lined all of us up and told us that these are our ancestors, and I can remember asking, telling my sister Kenyatta, she like, what? Stop. I'm like, Auntie wouldn't put that in her mouth. I can remember bluntly saying that. Auntie wouldn't wear earrings like that. Then like, be quiet, just let her finish. And we had to let her finish. And they didn't do that every year. That's how I'm now starting to figure out, like, they was running test runs on us to see how we respond. Because Kwanzaa was every once in a while, and they only did that twice. They did that twice to us.
One time for me, I remember actually them going through Kwanzaa and explaining. But yeah, I never really gravitated to it. But that's them trying to create this new identity for us, and they sold out just so they can have a little something to lean on in this world.
Says that say, let him make speed and hasten his work, that we may see it, and let the counsel of the Holy One of Israel draw nigh and come, that we may know it. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
Right, and that's what Jake, and that's how you know they Jakes in with, because Jakes will sell out for everything to do, to have something of their own. Oh, they can say and boast and brag, oh, we got Liberia, we built this up, but they had that underhand deal with the devil.
Yeah.
So that's how they got that land.
Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight.
And that's why they ass getting their ass fucked up. That's it.
All right, this is Proverbs 1:25. Go back to the brother's point. It says, "But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and will none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh." Yeah,
So that's how Yahweh shall laugh at you people through us.
Okay, this is something else. This is a landmark in the 1800s, early 1800s, called Negro Land. They actually had a place called Negro Land, and it was already surrounded. It was surrounded. Well, the surrounding states is Liberia. I can't ever pronounce that. The G one. Go Guinea, Liberia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
That was the whole part of Negro Land. It says, just a little miniature. Negro Land, or Nagarita, was an archaic term in European mapping describing the inland and thinly explored region in West Africa as an area populated with Negro people. So that's how you know that those. Who the hell is Negro people? I'll just go to that real quick. Just some people being stupid. The word Negro is used in the English-speaking world to refer to persons of black ancestry or appearance. Negro denotes black. Okay, what else? What is it?
but look who they got up there.
Right, I was just finna say that. Look what they got. Martin Luther King, all Jake.
And then they got a tear up there too, Bob Marley.
Yeah.
It said, where the hell did it go? It says Negro color. This usage was accepted to normal. Even the people classified as Negroes until the Civil Rights Movement in the late 1960s. Well-known example in this identification by Martin Luther King of his own race as Negro in his famous 1963 speech, "I Have a Dream."
Read one more time so they'll know when Negro came in. Because goddamn.
It says until the later Civil Rights Movement in the late 1960s.
So you went from being colored person to now, since they took the now you can get on the bus, now you can drink water, now you can go with the people. Right now is that's why I just highlighted that.
Right.
Civil Rights Movement, they call your ass a Negro, 1960.
Yeah.
Which also coined the phrase after the 60s, after Martin Luther King got the bills passed and so forth, where they got equal rights. I mean, they got to hire blacks and so forth. We got to go to their school. then you became an African American. They had to put that on the goddamn application
Yep.
for when you get a job or when you took your ass to school.
Yep.
So you can be part of the society.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
It's all
they had to
part of
do
this
that.
fucking society.
And what's his name? Jesse Jackson had a little bit of pulling.
Yeah, because he picked up the gauntlet after that. You know they sacrificed Martin Luther King, and then hey, let's move this shit forward. We got to sacrifice, and let's keep going.
It says West Africa is an area populated with Negro people, which is us. Remember, this is in West Africa. The term Negrita was used in 1823 to describe the region by Mark Cater's chart, which is he was a map maker. Okay, I'm gonna read this. It said this area compressed at least the western part of the region called Sudan, not to be confused with the modern Sudan, not to be confused with the modern country. So it's a place called Sudan in that area, and it's actually the Sudan, which is what those Arabs,
Yeah,
Ishmaelites, right? Yeah, them.
Yeah, pushing the Africans out.
Exactly. It said the term is probably a direct translation of the Arabic term. Yep, Balad al-Sudan, meaning the land of the blacks.
Mm-hmm.
Corresponding to about the same area, some of the greatest states of those considered part of Negro land was the Bornu Empire and the Sokoto Caliphate.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, and when you go into the Bornu Empire, which what you can understand, I ain't gonna go, you brothers can go into it yourself, but I read both of them. That's why polite ass say he from the Igbo, but the Igbos come from the Bonro Empire, which is in Negro land, which automatically makes you an Israelite.
Right.
You ain't a fucking
idiot.
you an Igbo because in that landmark, those was Jakes, those was Israelites in that landmark. When you go further in the history,
And don't get mad at me because I know your own shit better than you.
right?
On the real, because they remember what you said, cuz about the old black thing cuz them did, what we call that site. They always hitting cuz them lesson y'all did.
Oh, the 5%.
Yeah, what you call they site since they always come on that?
It's called the 5% channel.
Right, that's all it is.
It's a
That,
5%. It's a 5% channel.
shit.
What's that GMS
Wisconsin Doctor.
Wisconsin Life or something like that?
Wisconsin Info Doc.
Info
Info
Damn.
Hey,
It's a
that's how I
5%
read the
channel.
comments because they
There's
try
a lot of companies.
They go. I ride. You know, I done seen every single last one. They go in.
They be going in on this too.
Right, but look though, y'all still teaching them their history though.
Right,
Yep.
and we did that in less than what, 30 minutes?
Not even. It was like 2 in the morning when we did that shit.
Yeah.
No, it didn't take long. It
Nah,
took like
no,
an hour.
when we studied it for an hour and
Yeah.
then took a lesson of it.
Yep.
See that? 1 hour. Study your whole existence in 1 hour.
Right, it didn't even take a motherfucking 2-3 days.
Wasn't nothing to study. It was too easy.
Yeah, it was too easy. Okay, we're gonna get back into it on why Jake getting their ass fucked up. This is the United States Africa Command, which is AFCON, what the brothers always talk about. Okay? Which I'm not even gonna read all of that. You can read that. It's just basically telling you it's a United States fighting force, okay?
Yeah.
In Africa.
Yeah.
But let's see who was a part of that as well. Okay, it says it's under headquarters and facilities. Selection of the headquarters. And by the way, this was just started, made in 2007. Okay, it says as of 2008, the headquarters will remain in Stuttgart for I'm gonna just skip that. It says it was.
Foreseeable.
Okay, start from here. It was reported in June 2007 that African countries were competing to host the headquarters because it would bring money for the recipient country. However, of all the African nations, only Liberia has publicly expressed a willingness to host AFCON's headquarters. Niggas always
Love they master.
Yep.
When you go up to the
Good servant.
Yeah, why trying to start a way to seek love?
When you go up to the first paragraph, it says the additional administrative presence in Africa will only occur via full diplomatic consultation.
Right, you know what? I'm glad you said that because I was gonna read that. but I won't camera read it now since you caught it. As of 2008, the headquarters will remain in Staggard for the foreseeable future. Additional. Remember, go ahead.
No, I'm saying so they plan this shit to progress over the years.
Exactly.
So like when the scripture says that they
Well, that's why they made the damn agreement, because they ain't thinking about nothing gonna happen. They thought they was gonna be in good case.
Yeah.
So they didn't mind that protection over there.
Getting the,
They thought that was a good thing.
Yeah, I got
Now
Never
knowing
trust
that's the
our
people who gonna kill them with the bio weaponry.
I was gonna get never trust our enemies. We just talking. If America sets y'all up to be that state, but guess what? America put the fucking Ebola in your damn country. Never trust our enemies.
Sirach chapter 12,
12 and 16.
verse 10.
10.
It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Yep.
Though he humble himself,
Meaning it's gonna happen.
though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped
You
away."
still the fucking devil. Point blank period. Go ahead. No, you keep going.
Yeah, keep going. I think you gotta jump or something.
It says, "Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place."
So why would you want his military arm
Exactly.
base in your country?
Neither let him sit at thy right hand,
Yeah.
lest he seek to take thy seat.
Yeah, because they already at their right hand. Because they colonized Liberia. Liberia is one of the strongest countries in mineral resources. Go ahead.
And thou at the last remember thy words, and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
Right, so you playing with that serpent, knowing damn well it's a
gonna
poisonous snake, and it bites you, then ain't
Who
no
gonna
pity
feel
for you.
sorry for you?
Right, ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for you.
Here this is the people that just enslaved you. But now you go back over here, you taking their help, but now you got all this shit happening.
Take their military and they
Right.
took you down with their military.
Exactly.
It says, "Or any such as come nigh wild beasts. So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled, with him and his sins, who will pity?" For a
Right,
while-
right. And that's what they did. You went to Esau knowing he a sinner, so now he fucking you up. We ain't pitying y'all. So we justifying how we act.
It says, "For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry." I ain't gonna waste no time picking you off. It says, "An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips,
Yep.
but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit."
Yep. Because that's how that Ebola got there. He set y'all up, and with the rubber corporation or Firestone, which that is a big ass corporation, which is in all parts of the United States.
Yeah. And they
But
biggest
it's based out in
market,
Africa.
they biggest market that Firestone in, that's why we don't really know about. I got it mixed up. They into NASCAR.
Oh yeah.
Remember? That's NASCAR world.
Really?
Yeah, Firestone.
Oh,
Think
yeah,
about
that's
it.
right, that's right.
Yeah.
That's NASCAR world. But NASCAR world consists of who? The most racist, patriotic Americans there is in the world. When you want to do the most patriotic American, redneck to the core, Constitution, my forefathers, go to NASCAR. Have you ever? No, I ain't gonna go there. I was gonna say you ain't gonna see no Israelite camp outside of there. You will get in a fight that day.
They got motherfucking.
The police will fight you. You don't
Right.
worry about the civilians. But go ahead, let's stay on topic. My bad.
It says, "He will wipe with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood." It says, "If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help
Who
thee,"
was there first when
Ebola broke out. Right.
Esau.
Let's go
Yeah.
to history. Who was at first trying to encamp around us? Who
Babylonian Empire?
Yeah.
Babylonian.
They helped
Yeah.
that Babylonian Empire.
who came to supposedly came to rescue when we wanted supposed equality, and Amalekites with the NAACP. It
Who was
says,
there first when Katrina happened?
Yeah. Yeah. FEMA. And what did they give them? If you watch the documentary.
Chips.
See, niggas ain't even watched the documentary. Yeah, and went to the babies, and then they gave them campers. But what was the campers made out of? Asbestos. Lead. That's all in the documentary of Katrina.
It says, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. That's it.
That's it. Go ahead.
I appreciate this is the reason why this is scripture for y'all that y'all don't never separate, you know what I'm saying? This is the reason why right here. It say Ecclesiasticus 5:13 say separate thyself from thy enemies and take heed of thy friends. Who is your friends? Your nation, man.
Yeah. That's why you getting fucked up.
And the elect of us, we trying to tell you what's going on in this world and bringing out the truth, bringing out the documents and bringing out the artifacts about what's going on in this world.
Yeah.
So separate them. So Esau is your enemy. Man. That's why the scripture says separate from them. That's the reason why y'all getting fucked up, because y'all ain't gonna do this scripture.
Perfect. I'm glad you said that. Yeah, Ezekiel 9 chapter.
The whole thing?
Just to the point, start at 4.
Oh, 9 and 4. Ezekiel 9 and 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry, that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst of thereof. It says, and to the others he said, in the mind hearing, go ye after him through the city, and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Right. Right, so the angels is basically smiting y'all with the Ebola, using his known culprit, Edom, Esau.
Psalm 17 and 13. That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, give me Ezekiel 11 and 2.
Oh, you know what? Sloppy. Verse
Go
6.
ahead.
Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women, but come not near the man whom is the mark.
The ones who doing this work, and that's us. We're putting out these shows, these lessons.
And began at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men.
And there you go again. It said, begin in my sanctuary. The sanctuary is the house of Israel, Zion. Okay?
Then they began at the ancient men, which were before the house. Well, that's it though.
Okay, go ahead.
Ezekiel chapter 11 verse 2. It say, then said he unto me, son of man, these are the men that devise mischief and give wicked counsel in the city, which say, it is not near, let us build houses, this city is the cauldron, and we be the flesh.
Right, see, these niggas, they want to be in this society. Every empire, going back to Genesis, the 11th chapter, everybody wants to come together. Okay, going back to the Babylonian Empire, going to Ezekiel, they saying this is our cauldron. Then you go into the Greek Empire, Maccabees 1 and 11, that they wanted to get the licenses. Then you go into the Roman Empire when they knew Yahushua was the Savior and they didn't want to get taken out their place. Those are different empires that these niggas still want to be in with this white man.
And today, same thing. That's why the prophet's bringing out the same thing, breaking down the same scriptures to the same spirits.
Yep.
And we the same spirit. And it's becoming more apparent who is who, especially us putting up this prophetic news and able to decipher all this prophecy through this Bible, through this news, is identifying who the fuck is who. I want the elites to know we know that too, by the way. So this ain't no coincidence, this prophetic news. But let's keep rolling.
Therefore, prophesy against them.
See that? What I just got done saying. And that's what we doing.
Prophesy, O son of man.
Double fold your ass. Meaning do it.
And the spirit of the Most High.
No, go ahead.
Now go ahead finish.
And the spirit of the Most High fell upon me, and said unto me, speak. Thus said the Most High, thus have ye said, O house of Israel, for I know the things that come to your mind.
See that?
One of them.
And that's exactly what this brother did. When he went through all this information, he able to tell those who, what's the man name that set this up and coined himself after this? He wanted that name. He the one that took the credit for it. Cause that's who you was talking to, him and all the people who
Yeah,
helped him build it up.
Yeah.
Tubman.
Yep. Cause what's his name?
William Tubman.
Yeah, you actually talking to him.
And then there was another guy. Who was it?
Yep, that's who you talking to. That Tubman guy who became president. Oh no, that's the president.
Yeah, that's the president. But it was a. No, it was.
Yeah, for the United States.
It was a.
It was a Jake that actually.
Yeah. They had his name on here. I gotta find it.
1860s.
Yeah, but they know who they are.
Yeah.
They know
the
who they
spirit
are.
know who they is. Go ahead.
Ye have multiplied your slain in this city, and ye have filled the streets thereof with the slain. I say, therefore, thus saith the Most High Power, your slain whom ye have laid in the midst of it, they are the flesh, and this city is the cauldron, but I will bring you forth out of the midst of it. Ye have feared the sword, and I will bring the sword upon you, saith the Most High Power.
Let's jump to 11 now.
11 verse. Say, this city shall not be your cauldron, neither shall ye be the flesh in the midst thereof, but I will judge you in the border of Israel.
Yep. And that's why they getting their ass judged.
Yeah, so
As
you can.
Israelites.
Yeah, so you can write. See that?
As Israelites.
See that?
Exactly.
Whether you
No
want to
matter
be
what
it or
you
not.
under, no matter if you a Americo Liberian,
Right.
no matter if you call yourself fucking Kemet or African American or Puerto Rican or Nubian, shit.
Take it
Even
away
if you
from
call
that.
yourself Japanese, but you an Israelite, you gonna get judged in the border of Israel.
And these curses gonna identify
Yeah,
your monkey
exactly.
ass.
Yeah.
Polite.
Exactly. You always gonna be under these curses. You can't shake them.
Like El Tar said, as soon as that money run, them bitches get funny.
Yep.
Sorry, nigga.
Okay, jump to 16, and this is for the left.
Verse 16, same chapter.
Come.
Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 16. It says, therefore say, thus saith the Lord Power, although I have cast them far off among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come.
Right, so all of this is for the elect, okay? He said it's going to be a little sanctuary. That's talking about the remnant of Israel. That's talking about the small, selected group of men who doing this work.
Therefore say, thus saith the Lord Power, I will even gather you from the people and assemble you out of the countries where ye have been scattered, and I will give you the land of Israel.
Right, so that's what we basically obtaining. We want the land of Israel. We don't want no fucking Africa, no damn Liberia. We want shit, the whole world. Basically, that's what we're gonna get. But ultimately, we want Jerusalem. So that's that little sanctuary who's doing this work under the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. So with that, that's all you got. Else?
Yeah,
Go ahead,
you
go ahead.
called for Sirach.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
This is Sirach chapter 19, verse.
This is a perfect ending.
Verse 10. It says, if thou hast heard a word, let it die with thee.
What is it?
Sirach 19:10.
Chapter 19. I'll pour out my spirit as prophecy.
Ah.
Oh yeah, that could be the ending.
Yeah. Pour out my spirit as prophecy. It's not it? I just looked at it. Yeah. I thought it was 1910. You went to Sirach?
Mm-hmm.
My scripture. You know, I got mine highlighted specifically. What was the Solomon 10 and 19? I know we got a 19 in it.
No, that's most.
My scripture's over there. It's right there. I don't know where it's at. I'm looking for book.
In the meantime,
Prophecy is what?
PROPHECY.
Yeah.
Damn, man. I know what it says. Damn.
Man, I want you to get that.
Yeah, I just was looking at
Yeah,
it.
I want you to know that one. I'll put that in for word for word.
That's it, 19. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I got it. It's Sirach 24:33. I will yet pour out doctrine as prophecy, and leave it to all generations, all ages forever.
So that's what you witness.
It's right. The Lord poured out his doctrine as prophecy. Doctrine is the scriptures, which is the prophecy. And he gonna pour it out for ages all over. That's why we can still get these scriptures and break down what's happening in each empire. And now today, America, which is aka Babylon.
And that's why Acts and Joel tell you that his people shall prophesy and his women shall see vision. And y'all redoing it all over again.
All over again.
That's why we prophesied. Our women getting visions and prophesy, and we have to prophesy and break it down. It's all happening again. Only the elect understand.
So with that, y'all watching y'all shop rocket though. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and this has been prophetic news.
Yep.